What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Medalist, this time with the final episode. Although very happy to say that season 2 has been announced. I've just seen the preview image for it, which is really awesome. I don't think there's a trailer or anything just yet, so we can't watch anything about season 2. But very happy that it is getting a season 2. Honestly, the only thing I'm hoping for is that they change where they release the episodes, because again, the only issue I've had with this series, apart from the time skip, which I wasn't a massive fan of, is the bloody subtitles, and that's no fault of the show whatsoever. So yeah, again, it's been hard not complaining about it every week. I mean, I have been complaining about it every week, so apologies. But that is one of the only negatives of this show. I've absolutely loved it so far, and last week's episode was phenomenal. Just payoff after payoff, and yeah, it was just awesome. Looking forward to seeing how we do end off the season though. Starting out with some wormies. But yeah, do let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. A bit of a flashback. So what if she did? So what if she did? I don't think it's that weird for a child to eat a worm. Like children, that's just children. Children eat stuff. That's why you don't have kids play with really small toys and so on. Oh shit, it's Sadako. Japan loves their Sadako ghost white girls, don't they? Okay, a bit of a flashback. Interesting. And we did get loads of Mike-chan last episode as well. She's one of my favourite characters, so last episode was just an absolute recipe for success, wasn't it? I'm glad the show done well as well, because I do remember before starting this there was a bit of apprehension at the studio, I believe, for like the CGI and them not being the most consistent studio ever. So I'm glad to see that this is yeah, gone down really well. And the CGI and the ice skating looks fantastic. So I don't think there's been like there's always usually something you point out about CGI about looking a bit off or a bit dodgy, but I can't really say anything about that in regards to this show. Done a really good job at it, which is amazing as well, considering how central it is sometimes. Usually you think of good CGI as like background stuff, like background characters or objects, not the main dancer solo on the ice. Like I love the fact that they kind of that's quite ballsy. That's a ballsy decision, and they succeeded. Just goes to show, taking risks can net you some extreme success. So I do hope Kenshi Yonezu does another opening and ending for this series as well. Random subtitle. Not gonna complain. Nothing was said there, by the way. Yeah, random subtitle. It's tenacious. Tenacious girl. Normal rice. National championship. Big word right there. It's amazing, isn't it? I love that though. I love that of just like you. It's not really doesn't really apply to me when I play football. So like I train for an hour and a half during the week, sometimes twice, and I play once during the weekend, sometimes twice for 90 minutes, and it's just like I train 90 minutes, I play 90 minutes. But I really love like stuff like this where it's like there's plenty of sports that come under this, like shot put, just to name like one really random one to name. But you work so hard, you put so many hours in the gym, you practice so much, and at the end of it all, you're actually only displaying for like a minute or two, but so many hours go. It's like jam packed into that. It's quite incredible. It's like it's almost sad in a sense, but it's also like quite incredible that that much time can be fit into something so short. Yeah, I think you really see the kind of benefits of that, if that makes any sense. You really see the hard work and passion in like every movement. I think Tsukasa really showed that when he performed a couple episodes ago. So much deliberate action in every movement, every posture, literally everything. Whereas again in football, you often make quite a few mistakes. As you get higher up the levels, it's who can, and this is the same when I used to do a bit of competitive gaming when I used to be like really high level. It's who can make the least mistakes? It usually ends up winning the game. Whereas with this, it's like it's sort of practicing perfection, which I guess is kind of similar. I guess that they do relate in that sense, but again, you're inevitably, no matter if you're professional, you're still going to make mistakes in football because it's 90 minutes. He could be competing soon. Yep. It'll take you down. Incredible progress, isn't it? Oh, I thought the door was locked there. That would be quite hilarious. Good. Ah, look who it is. Guy that gave your new student PTSD. Sorry guys, it's so hard to keep up with stuff like that because it's like it's talking. Sorry to pause again. It's like it's talking, and like the subtitle, and then like it stops for a minute, and then the subtitles are still going, and then another set of like line dialogue comes out from Sukasa. Like it's really hard, like trying to read and listen at the same time when they're not in time. again. I'm trying not. Sorry. Like I said, the only thing that holds us back is stuff like that. Like, it's annoying because I'm like invested. I want to know what he's saying. It's so hard to concentrate on it. I've been recently watching a few videos about about MMA fighters talking about being scared, and I feel it was quite interesting for me. I feel like if you're not scared and you don't have nerves, it's actually a bit of a negative. I can understand his thought process there. Sometimes that adrenaline and such makes you play better. Sometimes you can crumble. Don't get me wrong. Looking good. Fancy. What do you call that? Not sure what you call that, to be honest. Dude comes steaming in. A steam train. Fucking hell, bro. These guys. Just accept the compliment, Sukasa. I know he was once a great skater, but doesn't mean he can't compliment you. Let's see that board. The classic. That guy's got a moustache and a half. Nice. The fingers. Like I said, so many like deliberate, subtle movements. Yeah, it's insane. You can't be thinking like that, bro. What if I fail? The word fail. Keep that word out of your mouth, out of your head. Psych your position. You see that a lot in football as well. A lot of like footballers' sons and such getting into the game, and they're not all that great. Quite often, they usually like get a good chance because of who their father is and so on, which is a little bit unfair. Goria. Oh, I love this song that's playing right now. That's the face we want to see. Yes, that's a win. That's all. I love that. I love that. I was gonna. I mean, I say this every time Inori does do her thing, it's amazing the facial expressions. Like it's one of the things I look at the most. Just her, just like enjoying the experience and enjoying herself. Like it's actually one of the most underrated things, being able to enjoy this, because again you've worked so hard at it, you slave away learning things, and if you don't enjoy it, it's hard to get better at things like this. And I think once you pour so much time into it, it can maybe feel like work as well. I mean, they are still kids, so I feel like that kind of affects this as well. But you just love seeing her enjoy it so much, and just like the passion, and yeah, just like smiling is just like one of my favorite things. And I love the fact his dad reacted like that, specifically to him smiling, instead of like, it wasn't something he'd done. I mean, he did do awfully well there, but it wasn't because he was impressed with what he'd done. It was because he smiled like that. I love that. Again, awesome fucking song playing right now as well. Nice. Love to see that. Coach Shukasa 2 for 2 at the minute. Again, it must be so hard to be one of those people judging and to unfortunately let a kid down and say you failed. I'd hate that. Almost feels like a doctor like giving someone like bad news. It's almost quite similar. Good. I can kind of relate to that kind of feeling, but it's one of those things where it's much easier said than done. But you should never be embarrassed of yourself, like for going out there, putting yourself out there and such. I think it's especially sad as a kid, though. If a kid feels that way. Also, like off the point here, but these outfits must be quite expensive. Having to bring so many to each show, and hidden part of the sport there. The actual like money to get involved in this, again, it must be quite an expensive hobby. Daijoubu. Like I said, I just love that look, just like wonder, just like amazement, like bliss. Yeah, and another beautiful soundtrack song playing right now. And that one always freaks me out. Like the skate going in the back of the head. Sayonara. And this song is amazing. Fits this scenario so well. Damn. Holy crap. Wow. Love that. Yeah, that was incredible, wasn't it? Now, imagine she fails. Imagine it says she fails after that. Oh, my neck kind of hurts. Please. I did literally just come home from playing a game of football, so I'm in a bit of pain right now. Might look a bit dirty as well. I'm not sure. Gonna have a shower after this. Okay, I really have turned things around, haven't you? Being nice to Inori. Be careful you don't grow a crush on her. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, okay. I thought it was one of those things where if they called out your name, you passed. I used to I was in a similar situation when thought she was gonna say however then. um nice. Yeah, I remember being in a similar situation where I trialed to play football for my county, and yeah, it was quite a long process of waiting for your name to be called out, and mine I think was one of the last ones. So yeah, not great, but did get called out, which was good. But I done really well in that trial, and then there was a second one, and I was absolutely awful. It was absolutely awful. But yeah, lovely way to finish off the season there, wasn't it? Nice little recap of the previous episodes and the journey so far. There is Oh yeah, I forget. I was gonna say there's 30 seconds left, so there might be something at the end. However, I think this is Netflix. Is this? No, this isn't Netflix. This is Disney, isn't it? Because Netflix usually leaves a little bit of time at the end for their credits. This doesn't do that, does it? So there is going to be something at the end of this episode here. Yeah, awesome, awesome. Again, I gotta say the performances and such are really good today. But I think honestly, my biggest standout from this episode was the soundtrack was phenomenal. Fit the performances so well. Like I said, hopefully Kenshi Yonezu does come back for the series. Love that opener. The Cat and the Pigeon. So I know these guys going for the whole dark tone, but do they have to train in like a pitch black rink? I guess that is performance-esque because I think they do lower the lights for like big performances and stuff, don't they? It is interesting. Do you like? I'm not sure how many volumes or how long this manga's been going, or novel. I'm not sure. I imagine it's a manga. I do wonder if we will ever see, because we did see one time skip already. It wasn't awfully long. Don't get me wrong. But do you reckon we'll eventually see like Inori as like an adult ice skating? Do you think like was the old man Tsukasa by the stand watching her or something? I feel like we probably will end up getting like quite far into her life, if you know what I'm saying. I think it's already been almost a year, I do believe, in this first season. So I could be totally wrong about that, but I assume it's been like around a year. And we've come a long way, as we did see brilliantly summed up in that recap during that dance segment for Inori. But yeah, again, I do wonder just how far will we go with this? How many yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I won't procrastinate any longer. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section. Like I said, fantastic episode, lovely way to end off this series. And as I said during the intro, the only issue I did have was the goddamn subtitles, which were a little bit confusing again today. It's just one of those disorientated things where one, you hear something that is, but you read something that is not what's being said, and two, you're hearing someone talk when there's no subtitles, and then when they stop talking there's subtitles, and it's hard to compute. Even though you don't fully understand the language, it's hard to compute because the timing is just, yeah, I'm not sure if you guys feel the same way, but yeah, that was definitely affected me. So again, the only hope I have for next season is that it does change where they do release the episodes, though I've got no hope for that, I don't think, because it's obviously been successful enough to warrant a second season, unless it was initially planned anyway. Which happens quite often nowadays, which is a bit I'm not a fan of that, to be honest with you. You see a lot of bad movies, Marvel movies and stuff especially, like greenlit for however many sequels, even though the first one hasn't even come out and you haven't even had a reception to it yet. But I guess it's good in this case because again, I love the show. So like I said, that is my only hope for season 2. Let me know what you guys thought about this finale low down in the comment section. Again, brilliant way to go out. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys with episode 1 of season 2. Hopefully not too far away.